love and appreciate every single one of you for being right here, rocking with your girl. Shout out to all of you for helping to build this Soul Tribe family right here on YouTube, fam. I love and appreciate every single one of you bringing in your high, beautiful vibrations out here in these streets. Love, like, share, subscribe if you haven't already, family. Thank you guys a trillion times. So check this out, fam. No turning back, Taurus. So whatever decision you made, whatever shift had to happen, whatever it is that you had to... Let me turn this down. Whatever it is that you had to figure out or decide, there's no turning back after this. So a big shift is happening for you right now, fam. Let's see. I keep my heart open and protected. Exactly. So whatever decision, again, heavy emphasis on this decision, on making these moves in this different direction, in this new direction. Continue to keep your heart open and protected as you're transforming and shifting through these phases of your life right now. Because it's going to be, and I mean, no joke, it's going to be difficult, and there's going to be spaces and times where you're feeling like you want to give up on just everybody and everything and your passions, and you become uninspired. So keep your heart open and protected as you're shifting through these heartbreaks, through this new way of believing, thinking, doing, however that resonates, fam. Y'all let me know how this resonates. If this is you, that's already a big message right from the get, right from the jump. Keep doing the work. It's paying off. Don't stop. What was I saying? You could feel in the space and time right now where you making these moves or shifts towards this new way of doing things. I was saying at times it could feel as though like you just want to give up because it's such a struggle. It's so effing hard to just push and continue to push and fight through and continue to fight that good fight. But fam, trust, it all pays off at the end. Do not stop. Keep doing this work. Keep hustling. Keep having that faith. Keep controlling your emotions. You're not meant to control everybody else's emotions. You're only meant to speak your own truth, and you're only meant to do what it is you are assigned to do, and everybody else and everything else will follow through. If people aren't with what you're believing or doing or how you want to shift and do your life, fam, that's already the indication of, you need to cut these people out of your life because they're holding you back from your abundance, is what I'm hearing. Fam, so protect that heart and that energy. Also protect that heart and energy and keep that heart open regardless of what you're going through. Easier said than done, but practice makes perfect, fam. Don't second guess your intuition, gang. I'm telling you, your body is your antenna, fam. You're going to feel certain ways and you're going to feel uncomfortable around people that your body and just energetically you can't vibe with or you just don't like. And so your intuition's going to tell you everything you need to know. So be mindful and pay attention in those moments of when you're interacting with people, when you're having to connect with people. Pay attention to how you feel. Don't second guess your intuition just because in the moment it's going to shake shit up and cause conflict. And so that could be something that you're afraid of doing. You don't want to be the bad guy. You don't want to shake shit up. You don't want to be in conflict. But what you don't realize when you are in that space of speaking your truth and shaking shit up and coming from the space of love always and intently, then you're going to understand that confidence and you're going to build that sacred space within yourself. And this is what's going to help you to keep that open heart and protecting that heart. So when you're in those moments of feeling just so anxious and stressed and just judgment from people, you're going to not second guess yourself because you believe in yourself. You trust yourself. You're trusting your intuition. You're trusting that doing and keeping the faith in this direction towards whatever it is that you're meant to be doing, you're always going to win. You're always going to be at the top. Heavy emphasis on speaking that truth and that throat chakra being activated, fam. So Continue to not second guess. Don't second guess your intuition when you're around certain individuals or you're feeling a certain way. And be mindful if it's your energy or other energies and entities that are trying to just come at you and distract you and stop you, because you're meant to do it bigger. You're meant to keep doing this work that you're doing. So this, as I was saying, this big shift, this big decision that you're doing, this big move that you're making, keep doing the work. It's paying off. Don't stop, because you're meant to be going this way. So just be mindful of the people and places and distractions and things that are trying to knock you off your game, because you're headed towards the right direction. You're headed towards your success. You're headed towards your wish fulfillment, what's meant for you. Connect to your inner healing right now too. Exactly. So the more you take the time and space to protect your heart and keeping that heart open and paying attention to your intuition, this is forever going to connect you to your inner healing. This is forever going to show you the answers. This is an inside job, fam. You are the only person besides God, your ancestors, and the universe, whoever it is you pray to, only know how you feel. No one outside of you knows how you feel. No one outside of you has the answers for you. No one outside of you can direct and tell you which way to go. Yeah, we can be inspirations and send you the message and give you the words of wisdom, but it needs to ultimately come from you. It's the choice from you and where you want to move and how you want to be led in the direction that you're meant to be led. You are the one with the answers inside. So connecting to your inner healing right now is going to give you all the insights and downloads, the signs, the synchronicities. It's going to help you understand your intuition more and not feel like you want to give up on your life. You want to give up on the things, your career, the things, the projects, the people. You're going to know, because your intuition and your body's going to tell you how to move, is what I keep hearing. Shifts aren't easy. What we say, that throat chakra, fam. Speak that truth of love to yourself. Speak that truth of wisdom. Speak that truth of healing. Speak that truth of knowing, fam. Continuing to speak these truths, even if it shakes shit up, you have to. You're the one that's meant to shake shit up, fam. You're the one, because you're coming from your heart space. You're coming from your truth. So why would that hurt somebody else when you're truthfully coming from a healthy space within yourself? It's because you're triggering people's demons and the insecurities that haven't healed themselves. So when you come around authentic and true and start speaking the truth about yourself and protecting your heart and keeping it open for the right reasons, then yeah, you're gonna intimidate a lot of insecure, low vibrational people. And that's just how it is. That's that duality in this human existence, fam. So don't ever let lower vibrational energies, when you're hustling and doing this healing work, this spiritual work, this higher knowing, this higher consciousness, it's going to feel let more love in. Yeah. It's going to feel at times that it's too much. That's too much to handle. But that's because you're being put in this position and power of yourself. Everything beautiful comes in divine time. Without that pressure, without that struggle, nothing's going to form beautifully for you. We need that duality. We need that contrast in our lives in order for us to grow and succeed and be fulfilled in life. So don't let family members stop your growth. Again, as I was saying, whoever, especially family members, belief systems, however that resonates for you, are holding you back from what you're meant to be doing, are holding you back from trusting yourself, or holding you back from speaking your own truth, because they don't know how to speak their own truth. They don't follow their intuition. So when you're around and have come from lower vibrational karmic family and relationships, that's all you're gonna be around and attract. So once you make that switch in your mind of, oh, okay, I see my power, I know who I am, I'm gonna continue to stay in my truth. I'm going to continue to keep my heart open and protected. And I'm going to continue to keep doing this work because I know and trust God, my ancestors, the universe, whoever it is you pray to. They're guiding me through these times and shifts and hard phases of my life. But I know continuing to do this work and continuing to stay on this path is going to ultimately connect me to my freedom. Ooh. So let go, family, let go of the family members that are stopping you from your growth. Easier said than done, right? Because what? Fear of judgment, fear of being the black sheep, fear of being the chosen one, fear of doing it different, looking different. Well, baby, when you do breathe and become your authentic self, you're your own blueprint. So of course you're going to look different regardless. So understand and conceptualize that. Whoever and whatever is just because they come from this low vibrational space and not this authentic truth that they don't know how to speak that to themselves. If you come from that space, honey, I'm hearing honey. If you come from that space, you're going to be able to open up to these beautiful spaces of yourself, this inner truth. You're going to trust yourself more. It's going to be easier. You're not going to feel so pressured when it comes to connections or family dynamics that don't get what it is you're doing. So let more love into you. Let you love you is what I'm hearing. Let you love you and don't second guess your love for you. That's deep, fam. We're diving deep. Welcome to Divine Gems Tarot, gang. We're out here. Love, like, share, subscribe. If you haven't already, let me know if this is resonating for you guys. I love reading your guys' comments. So continue to connect to your inner healing right now because that's what's going to guide you away from this dynamic of family members is what I'm hearing and seeing. You ain't the one to be with, but you don't need to prove it. Exactly. So there could just be a lot of gossip and shit and just lingering energy that, you know how family gets. When you're doing shit different, when you're being your own self and taking care of yourself and doing shit different than what the family decided that you should be doing, you aren't in a space you're in a space of just humbleness. You're in a space of, I know what I want in my life and I know what I don't want in my life. And because you're speaking more of this truth to yourself, you're in this position of, you're just being humbled within this truth of you. And so they have a problem with that. But you don't need to prove it. And so you're just in the space of accepting and letting go as you need to. And just continuing to do that work because you ultimately know, as I kept saying earlier, that you going in this direction, that you are lit as, okay? You going in this direction. My voice is heard and respected. Exactly. Speaking that love and truth to yourself, fam. You're always going to understand the direction you're meant to go. And you're always going to believe in you when you speak love to yourself, when you let more love into yourself, when you allow and let God show you the way, when you continue to do the work even when it's feeling hard and you want to give up at times. That is the initiation. That is the shift. That's the confirmation that you're going the right way. That's showing you that, okay, shit, it's hard right now, but I know once I complete this energy or the cycle that I'm having to shift out of or go through, it's going to get me to the next phase of my life, to my growth, to my lit as fuck energy, to letting me understand that I can let more love in. My voice is going to be heard because I'm speaking more truth to myself. I know how to protect and open my heart, and I'm not letting people's judgments, insecurities, or projections come at me because I know who I am. And this is why you're giving off that energy if you ain't the one to be with, but you don't need to prove that, baby. Ooh. Fam, this is solid. This is a real solid message for you guys. I love this. We keep it 100 always, fam. Give yourself space to take time to yourself always too. Connect to your inner healing. Connect to your guides, your gods, your ancestors, benevolence, whoever it is you pray to. They want to connect with you. And the more you do that, the more you give to yourself, the more you're letting more love into you, the more you're seeing the truth, and the more you're able to keep it 100 with yourself in order for you to keep it 100 with people. And it's going to be easier for you when you see that contrast of family members, crew members, whoever it is, friends, dynamic relationships, however that resonates. When you keep it 100, fam, it's going to be easier for you to understand where everybody else is coming from because you truly know who you are and where you're coming from in your life and in your own body and space of being, it's not gonna distract you, and it's not gonna cause any conflict within you, because you know you, and you know where you're coming from. So fam, this is why, and this is what I was seeing on this card. Is it here? This is why you are inspiring and intimidating at the same time, is what I'm hearing. Now that you're shifting, you are a divine, look at divine masculines out here. It's my divine babes that are out here. I love you guys for doing this grimy ass work. This shit is hard. Pay attention to the signs and synchronicities. This shit is hard. It's not easy, but it gets easier when you decide for yourself, fam. That big shift that we were talking about from the beginning, when you decide and keep it 100 with yourself, speaking this truth, speaking this love to yourself, you're always going to get to the space and places within yourself to ultimately get you to your mission and your assignment that you're meant to do in this lifetime, fam. Ooh, Taurus, this is dope. I love this message for you guys. I'm gonna leave this one right here for y'all. Again, love, like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. Family, I will tap in with you soon. Send you guys so much peace and love.